Alright guys, so welcome to this video, and in this video we're talking about very important concept, and that is what I call the high, or let's say low versus high probability order blocks. Right, so this is something you need to really know. Right, this is a question I'm asking me. How do I know an order block that's going to play out by probability? Alright, so how do I know an order block is going to play out? So that's been a very, very big question for a lot of traders, and that's something I hope to address tonight, or this particular moment of recording this video. Alright, so now, how do you know a high probability order block? How do you know a low probability order block? That is basically what we want to talk about. How do you know a high probability order block? How do you know a low probability order block, right? So the first thing I would like you guys to do is that if you have not subscribed to this channel, do auto subscribe. I'm giving you guys like 5 seconds to do that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome again. So we're going to talk about a very important concept, because people are asking a question: how do I know if an order block is going to hold, right? Because there have been issues where you would, like, maybe you are trying to maybe catch a trade at this order block here, right? Maybe you draw your POI, like you draw your order block here, and then you maybe put your buy limit at that point there, or maybe you place your buy limits. I hope limit is going to work. Okay, so you place your buy limit at the order block there, hoping that price is going to maybe give you your activation and then goes. The market comes to your entry and then it takes you out before going up. Or sometimes it doesn't even go direction. It takes you before going high. So now, how do you avoid these kind of scenarios? How do you know that this order block is correct? And there are also times in which you will see different order blocks on the charts. For instance, now the markets are looking like this. This is a very big problem for a lot of traders. Like the market will look like this. So there's something like this. Now, what the market is doing, the market has created like 3 or 4, like 3 different order blocks. So you see another block here, you see another block here, you see another block at this point here. Right? This is really an issue for a lot of traders. So you see another block somewhere around there as well. You see another block inside this point, this area as well. You see another block there, and then you see another block at the top. Right? You see another block at the top as well. So people always ask, okay, which other block should I trade now? Because now I'm seeing 3 different other blocks. Right? It's really an issue for a lot of traders. Right? So I'm seeing 3 different other blocks. What do I do? I am seeing 3 different other blocks. Where do I place my trade? Where should I place my limits? All of those things, right? It's really an issue for a lot of people. I have seen 3 different other blocks. And I wonder, which one should I take? Now, price now starts coming back. Maybe you try the first one. Price goes through the first one. You try the second one. Maybe price kind of rejected the second one a bit, and then goes to the third one, and then buys up. So now this happens a lot. Market will validate the first order block, validate the second order block, and then come to the last one to do it. So that is usually an issue for a lot of traders, right? So that is basically what this video is trying to address. How do you know a high probability order block and a low probability order block? Now, points of emphasis is that everything we're teaching is probability, right? So probability simply means the chances of something happening over another. So if something is high probability, we are trying to say that, okay, this thing has a higher percentage or a higher chance. That means if this thing occurs for, like, let's say we see a high probability level 10 times, right? Maybe 7 or 8 might work, right? While low probability simply means that if you say 10 times, probably like 2 or 3 will work and the remaining 7 will not work. So that is what it means. It doesn't mean that high probability level will work. It doesn't mean that the high probability order block will work all the time. And it doesn't also mean that low probability order block does not work at all, right? Understand that this teaching does not mean that low probability does not work at all. And it does not also mean that high probability works all the time. So the low probability has less chances, or out of 10, maybe lower chances of playing out, while high probability has higher chances of playing out. But it doesn't mean that it works all the time, right? Because no strategy is 100% accurate, right? There will always be some flaws, and there are also factors that are beyond the chart that are responsible for price movements, like the bank volume, bank orders, bank decisions, all those things. So those things are not things that are not seen on the charts. So you cannot really anticipate those kind of things, right? But we are focused on the technical part, and that is why I'm saying that. So now, for the low probability order block, there are things that you need to know, right? The first thing, that Low probability order block are order blocks without imbalance, right? These are the order block without imbalance. So this is how you know a low probability order block. It has what? It doesn't have imbalance, right? It's no imbalance around it. So how you know a low probability order block, right? No imbalance, right? I want you guys to know that. So this for low probability now. This is how you know a low probability order block, right? For the low probability. So there's usually no imbalance around it. And then another thing you should know that they usually have what? There is no inducement, right? So it's usually without inducement, right? Right, usually without inducement. Another way you can notice that it usually have what? No displacement, right? I will explain this one by one, right? So there's usually no displacement on low probability order blocks, right? There is no, it's usually without imbalance, without inducement, and no in displacement. Number four, it is usually what? Usually find it at what? Right? A low probability order block is usually not the extreme order block, right? Usually not the extreme OB. I will explain that. So it's not the extreme order block. I'll explain what I mean by not the extreme, right? All right. So these are the three things I will talk about in this video. The other ones which maybe I can't remember out of writing this, but I want you guys to understand these four things. If you understand these four things, then that it will really make a difference for you, right? So now I want to say that a loop probability order block also what is also what opposite. So, a low probability order usually what's counter trend as well. So you know that, right? A low probability order usually what's counter trend, right? So these are the ways you can know a probability is not high probability, right? Because other blocks always print, but now for low probability without imbalance, that means when you see an other block printed, you know that's last down candle, and then you now see the market move maybe up, like up. Most times when you see this kind of candles, you want to see an order block printed in the by this order block, right? The umbrella should be probably maybe at the side or inside, right? It doesn't matter. So the umbrella can be maybe above the above it, right? It can be above it, right? Or the imbalance can be what? It can be at like within the other block, right? You want to say a imbalance print either within this other block here or above it. All right. So that is what makes it. If you don't see this, then it's there's a likelihood that what you're seeing is a low probability order block, right? So let me just quickly open another chart here so that you guys can be seeing. I will show you guys real examples as well. So I want us to launch this chart on this other side so you can be seeing what I'm talking about on real chart, right? Let me use another chart. Let me use this DXY. All right, so give me a moment. Let me just quickly do this. All right, so that's what I mean. So now let us look at chart on this particular side. Now, what do I mean? Right, what do I mean by low probability order block? Right, let's use AUD card. All right, now this is that. Look at this other block. Look at this other block created there. Right, this is an example of a low probability order block. All right, look at this other block that was created there. You can see this other block printed, and then price went down. Right. So let's use this one. I'm looking at other block without an imbalance. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. So look at this other block now. This other block printed. You can see that this other block here. Right. Because of that block here, it's printed, but there was no imbalance. Can you see that? So it printed, there was no imbalance around it. There's no quite imbalance. So the imbalance was very high above it. So you can see this other block did not really have an imbalance around it. So you can see how price breached it very clearly. All right. So that's what I mean. I can see all these ones. Look at this other block as well. Look at another one. You can see another block. You see this last up candle. You can see there was no imbalance created by that candle. Market just came and smashed through it. All right. So other blocks that are high probability usually have what imbalance. Right now, it has what no inducement. So usually I like to see if you watch my video on one setup for life, right? Please, if you have not watched that video, watch the video on one setup for life. One setup for life. Right? I talk about it. So another block without an inducement is the one that looks like this. So now in this other block now, there's no inducement, right? It's no inducement here. All right. I don't like this kind of other block. I like other blocks that have inducement. What do I mean? I like other blocks that are created like this. You see the market, make your order block here and then create some kind of inducement here and then run higher. So that's what block I like. So now I can now say, okay, this is my order block here. I can say, okay, order block here. Then what do I have here? I have what? Inducement. So this one, it happens to be my inducement. This point here. So okay. This kind of order may I like looks like this. You see, the other block is here inducement just before the other block, right? It could also look like this. So like something like this. Come close, run higher, and then come lower to the other block. This is kind of block I like. That's what I have inducement. So this first pullback now becomes what the other block. Note the first pullback doesn't need to touch the other block, or even if it touches, it can be a very shallow touch, like very shallow touch, just a tap. The inducement can tap the other block very little like this. You see, it taps it little. It doesn't have to go deep, or if it goes deep, it's probably mitigation. So maybe kind of very shallow touch. Or I like it very close, like very close to the other block like this. So when you see this, it's okay. This is an inducement, and this is your other block, right? So these are high probability levels. So when you don't see an inducement, like there's no inducement, the chances are you're looking at a low probability order block, right? So the chances of what you're looking at. So you want to see the market create, this is a low probability level where there's no inducement, right? The last thing is displacement. So there's no displacement on an order block that is not high probability. What do I mean? So when an order block is printed, you want to see the market clearly break, like move away from that other block. Not that the market is just just dancing, like this example now. You saw this, look at this, see the other block here. So the market was just dancing around it. There's no real displacement here. You can see the market just went below this low. It did not even stay below, it just started coming back, and then so this is not high probability other block, right? You want to see some form of displacement, like market should move away, like clearly away from that other block, right? That we feel referred as a displacement. You can see this other block now, for instance. Now look at this. See this other block, for instance. Now you can see how there was no displacement here. Market was just moving up, ranging, coming back, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is not a high probability because why? There is no displacement. Right? Market was just playing down, dance, up, down, up, down, up, down. That is not what we mean. We want to see the market clearly move away, like very quickly from that other block, right? You want the market to move away from that other block. Like this example now. This is low probability. Why? Because there's no inducement, right? But you can see that there was a displacement, right? Understand this. Look at this displacement. Like I said, market went very clearly. There was no return, just very clear movement, and then you can see that, right? But that is low probability because there is no inducement, right? So there's no inducement here. Market will likely take this other block out, right? To likely take out this other block because there's no inducement on it. So it's just liquid to me. So understand that this movement are moves where you see a very big candle after the other block is printed. You want to see a big candle. You want to see a one-sided movement. That was referred to as high probability order block. Look at the other block as well. Now look at this. So this is not high probability. Why? Because after the other block printed, you can see that there is no displacement. The market is just ranging up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What happened? The market do was took the other block out. Right? So you want to see, and there was not even imbalance in the other block. There's no imbalance created around it. So you can say this is low probability because there's no imbalance and there is no what proper displacement. It's just market just ranging up and down, buying, selling, just ranging. This is a 3-hour chart. Market just keeps ranging. That is not what we want. We want to see. You want to see momentum in the market, right? Now, it is not the extreme order block. Like I explained earlier, I gave you guys the example where you're seeing the market creating like 4 order block, right? You see the market create that first order block, Here's the example again. This example here. So I was giving you guys a scenario where the market is creating those several other blocks at once. The market is doing something like this, you're seeing this other block, you're seeing market is creating like 3 different other blocks. Now, I'm wondering, should I trade this one or this one or this one or this one? So the chances are a high probability other block is really what the extreme one, like the lowest one, right? For a bullish market, that extreme, this is the extreme order block. So that's how you filter your other blocks. You want to be using the one that is the extreme. So the ones that are not at the extreme are probably low probability, right? The ones that are not at the very last. This is the high probability order block. Why these ones are up here? All these ones are not at the extreme. Like you're seeing all these other blocks printed here. See this one here. You're seeing all these other blocks printed here. Those are not high probability other blocks, right? Because they're not at the extreme. So the extreme other blocks are usually ones that are high probability. All right. So now that's how one of the ways you know it. And then counter trend. You should know that another block that is printed against the trend is low probability. So they're assuming that now the market is bullish. And assuming that the market is bullish, right? Assuming the market is very bullish now. and you can see that there's some kind of bullishness, right? You're seeing the bullishness on the charts, and then you're not seeing opposing order blocks, right? You're not seeing this one. I can't. When you have this order block here, it's printed here, right? You're seeing all these bearish OBs here. These are low probability because the market was bullish. So you have to look at the trend of the market. If the market is bullish, then you don't want to be taking sales in a bullish order. You don't want to taking sales in a you don't want to taking bearish order blocks in a bullish market, right? So you have to always take note of what the market is doing. When the market is bullish, the chances are that bearish order blocks will not hold. So you must always check the overall trend, the prevailing trend of the market, right? That's what makes an order block extreme. And now, the other thing that makes an order block extreme, a lot of probability is when there is a new day or new session, right? So when we enter a new day, or another is from the previous session or previous day, right? Or previous time period, right? So what do I mean? Now this one is for those are three time and price. No, most times we see highs forming. Like now, for instance, now if you enter the London session, you might see order block that was created in Asia, and most times price will take that Asian order block out before moving to your PUI. So most times when we enter a new session, we tend to see order blocks that are printed from the previous session, right? Now watch this. Watch this. This was Tuesday order block. This order was put on Tuesday, and then this was Wednesday. You can see how price moved above this Tuesday's order block, right? So we call it previous day high, previous day low, all of those things, right? So look at Wednesday. Wednesday did what took out what this Tuesday order block. So because it was on Tuesday, so it was on Tuesday. And so enter Wednesday, market took it out. So it also happens with sessions. Most times, if you enter London session, you will see price taking out Asia. If you enter New York, you will see price taking out New York, London product blocks, right? So for this last example, something you need to very well verse. It's not something I can really understand at one sitting, all right? Because me trying to explain it will take a lot of time. So just have an idea that most times previous session order blocks are liquidity, they are low probability. Right? You want to trade order blocks that are printed in that same session. So if you're the London session, you want to be trading London order blocks. If you're in New York session, you want to do New York order blocks, right? So take note of that, right? So so that is just one. So now, a low probability order block can contain one, two, or three of these. It must not have all of them. Note, a low probability order block must not have all these six characteristics at once. It can have one or two or three, right? Just know them, right? It can have maybe three of them or four of them and not have the rest, right? So it must not have all of them at once. But if you see any of these, their chances are it's a low probability order block, right? So now, since you have understood low probability order block, the chances are you already know what a high probability order block is, right? It's just the reverse of this, just the reverse. So for the high probability, let me just type it here. It's just the reverse, obviously. So for high probability order block, you already know that it's the reverse of everything I've said there. So it's number one, it's another block with what? With imbalance, right? You already know what I mean. You can already see the signs already. So another block with what? It's displacement. Sorry, with displacement, right? It's another with displacement. What is it again? It's another block that has what? It has what? It has inducement, right? There's an inducement around it, right? Those are ones number four. It's another block with what? At the extreme, right? You can also add at the extreme, right? And what is in line with trend. You already know what I'm talking about. So it's in line with the trend, right? In line with trend. So you already know what I'm talking about. And then it's another block that was what? The same time period, right? And then I want to also add another one. All right, so number seven, another one that takes liquidity. So this is another one that you can also use to know a high probability block, right? So this is another way you can know it. So it takes liquidity. So you can see there's usually a liquidity sweep when a high probability block is printed. Sometimes it creates that liquidity grab. Right? Market takes that liquidity. Right? It's very, very important that you know this. So this is what a high probability block has. So everything I've said is just a reverse. So when I say another block has an imbalance, it's more likely high probability. If it has displacement, more likely high probability. If it has an inducement, more likely high probability. If it's an extreme in line with the trend, same time period, it takes liquidity, right? These are high probability order block, right? That's how I love it. I love it that way. All right. So, like for instance, now we are bearish on this market now. Let me just use I don't like these charts. Let me use something like trade GBUSD. Right. So So look at what I'm talking about now. All right, so let's take this out. Oh my god. Okay. So that I was telling you guys now. This market was bearish, right? But what happened? What happened there? We had was this order block. Now see to that block printed there. Can you see what I was telling you about? That when you see another block is at the extreme, market is bearish, right? You can see another block up here. You can see another block up here. You can see another one here. So you can say that this one is not high probability because it's at the lowest one. So more likely price should might play this one or this higher one. So for me, I will likely be trusting more this particular one because why? You can see this is what we call a high probability order block. Why? Because you can see that the market did what? It's line with the trend. Market was bearish on the 3 hour. Consider that what there's a displacement. Consider market move what quickly above 1, 2. You can see this big move. That was means the high probability. You can see the imbalance that is created, right? So now you can see that we're seeing that an inducement is forming. So most likely this can be an inducement, right? For market to tap into this other block, right? So this might be an inducement for price to tap into this original order block, right? So that's one thing you should note. So these are the characteristics of order blocks, right? These are the characteristics of order block. So now I'll be giving you guys 5 GB worth of data. If you can list 5 examples of low probability order blocks and 5 examples of high probability order blocks, I'll just delete this now so you can replace. So for the assignments that you type in the comment section, right? So type in the comment section. If you want to win the data, right? So type in the comment section 5. Let me make it fair. 3 qualities, right, of low prob order blocks. So type it in the comment section and also type your same answer on my Twitter page. So type this thing on my on the video, put it on my type it in the comment section. It's for YouTube here. So for YouTube, you put it in my comment section here, and then also put it on what my Twitter page. So put the same answer on my Twitter page, right? So put on my Twitter page. So where you see me post this video, post the answer on my YouTube and on my Twitter page. So the 3 qualities of a low probability order block, put it in for my YouTube and then Twitter page. So if you don't know my Twitter page is obviously at Geoffrey, right? That is my Twitter page at Geoffrey. So you just follow me, give me a follow, and then type your answer there. I'll be picking winners. Once I start seeing answers from people, I'll be picking winners. So just type 3 qualities of a low probability order blocks. You're not showing a chart. Just type it out. Post it on my YouTube and on my Twitter page. I will be awarding winners when I see it. All right. So I hope this video was insightful. I want you guys to do how to backtest this information, study it so that you can get a better understanding. It's not just to learn, it's better to practice. When you practice these things, it becomes easier to support. So I hope this video was insightful. I hope this video was helpful. So do well to um watch other videos and have a wonderful day. Cheers and God bless you.